We're doing a thought experiment on the power of language and its ability to produce shame or possibilities in people. So for you to participate at home, I just need you to come up with a failure or a mistake that you've had in your own life, and I need you to just keep it in your head. Don't tell anybody, just keep it in your head. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Here we go. So why'd you do that? Why'd you keep doing that? Why didn't you know any better? What's your mother think about all of that? How bad did that get? How much pain did that cause you? How many people were hurt by all of this? Why didn't you just stop? What's wrong with you? So if you're like most people, you're probably not going to be falling in love with me right now, but check in with the way you're feeling. That series of questions is what we would call shame-based language. Case in point, right? So for the next part of our little experiment, I need you to remember, I'm sure you haven't forgotten actually, but that shaming thing. I just want you to think about it again. That mistake, that failure, same one, keep it in your head. I'm going to ask you a different set of questions. Okay, here we go. So how'd you stop? How'd you know what to do to make things better? How'd you turn it all around? How did you improve your relationships with your family or the people that got hurt? How did you become stronger because of that experience? How have you grown since then or because of that? What would you tell somebody who's been through exactly what you've been through? What advice would you give them on how to get to where you are? What do they need to know? Now, check in with yourself and see how you feel. Remember, the topic of our questions hasn't changed, just the direction of the questions. So remember that when we encounter people. So I will leave you with a little story. Years ago, I was talking with a friend who works in the court, and we both struggled at the time with people who were being dishonest or lying to us. Because he was a lawyer. I obviously do therapy. And he said to me something I'd never heard before, but I always thought was marvelous. And he said, "Dan, the judge doesn't even care about the truth." I said, that doesn't sound right. He said, "No, it is. The judge doesn't care about the truth." I said, well, then what does he care about? He said, the judge cares about plans. I said, what? What do you mean? Well, plan is a 2-for-1. A plan says, I both take accountability, responsibility, and I'm going to do something about it. Now, certain language invites possibility, invites a plan. Other language doesn't. So don't spend too much of your time, hunting down the truth. Realize we can invite people into the truth. Because the truth is really, in many ways, also something we do and how we live. Thanks.